Welcome to another SOP live stream. And I guess all we got is mouse. Uh-oh. Well, there.
It's all right. I'm in there.
Shady Hill. Well, you two don't count. You're already here. I mean, everybody can see you guys.
No, but I got the YouTube open up separately.
So do I.
That's why to count that one. All right.
I guess I'll let you have that one for now.
Oh, you got 9 thumbs up and 6 watching now. So people are
awesome.
Hanging out in the the chairman's here.
Good evening, Texas Rob. Hey, Mouse, I'll let you can all that chicken stock you want. It probably tastes pretty darn good. That's why I'm gonna let you can it. Don't tell me how you canned it. Don't show it to me as you're canning it, but I'd eat it afterwards. That's enough said.
There we go.
And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out Mosto's channel. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Food.
Matter of fact, if you haven't checked out Mosto's channel, get over there and do it. Oh, shooting with Uncle Dan. So go check out Mosto's channel. Prep for it.
Hey, Tasha.
And you'll learn how to make your own chicken stock. After the live stream, that is. Well, after, go over and mark it for watch later and then come back here. So tonight's open chat. I am going to, toward the end of it, I am going to read off some stuff, but I'm going to save that for toward the end. Good evening, Carol. I don't mean nobody no harm, but if they step across my toes again. Speaking of which, for those who are not on my Facebook, I got swatted again this week, or the last couple days ago. They showed up at the house and we had a phone call. You have a domestic going on here, sir. No. Well, we heard there's no, there's just me and my son. Come on in, go look around all you want. They didn't. Once they realized who I am and what I do, YouTube, they realized it was a prank call, and well, of course, nothing will be done about it, unfortunately. But people like that need to have their rights temporarily revoked while they spend time in a gray bar motel. Because one of these days, somebody's going to get seriously hurt. I'm not talking about me. I mean, well, there's already cases of people being seriously hurt by being swatted. And it's not a joke. It's not funny. Hey, Yoshi. So, yeah. If that person just so happens to be watching, which I think they will be, it failed. Just like the last time, that guy spent some time in a no-name jail. So if you'd like to join them, try it again, please. Because this time we'll be tracking. I ain't playing no games. You're messing with my kid now. And that's a no-no. Don't. Now, it's Bible says turn the other cheek. Don't mess with my kid. I don't turn my other cheek when it comes to my kid. Me? Right. Yeah, no problem. My kid? No, sorry, because he's not big enough to defend himself. And as his dad, it's my job to protect him. Hey, Josh. And Josh, I did get it. Thank you, sir.
And remember, folks, if you think this is funny, if children are involved, that's another 15 years in a federal prison if somebody gets hurt. Seriously.
Yeah. And then
they'll freeze. Oh no!
They'll tag you for the state felony charge of child endangerment.
HPC. Good evening. Yeah, I already think I know who did it, but I can't prove it, so uttering a name is pointless.
Yep.
But if I find out it was that person or somebody from that family, I will be more than happy to inform the local sheriff's department, who I have a few friends in, and let them deal with it.
Right, because it costs them money when they go out on these bone-ass.
Well, this is what it does. All right. When they called on me and said I had a domestic going on here, it tied up 3 cars. One that first showed up and 2 that were on the way. He only radioed one of them, but I know how this works. Because if there's a domestic in this county, it's a minimum 3 officers that show up. I've seen too many domestics called out. I've actually had to call on a few people having domestic violence problems. So I know how the system works. And yes, when I made the phone calls, there was actual domestics. So maybe that same person is trying to get even with me for it. And well, it failed. Ginger, good evening. Mary Beth. So tonight I'm opening up chat to y'all folks in the side chat. I'm going to say a couple things of note. Some maybe controversial. I ain't never steered away from that before. So let's see. Melbourne, Australia experienced a magnitude 6.0 earthquake. Let's see. There was a failed coup attempt. Forgot where that was at.
Washington, D.C. Oh,
No,
this one was actually in Sudan. This was in Sudan.
Yeah.
Failed coup attempt by the Muslim Brotherhood. That's not important. Chinese delegation visited last week at Bagram Air Base, formerly the largest U.S. military base in Afghanistan, and conducted reconnaissance. There wasn't reconnaissance. They were going, let's see, we don't have that, plans for that. We don't have plans for that. We don't have plans for that. Get him on the plane, get him out of here.
Yep.
They've taken our military secrets and now have that. Thank you, 46.
Right. And don't forget, folks, China and Pakistan are fighting over the goods because everybody says, look.
No, actually, they're not. Because Pakistan flew China into Pakistan and then trucked them into Afghanistan.
It's still a lot of infighting going on. And did anybody notice the volcano that blew up in La Palma?
Yeah. A lot of people, a lot of YouTube channels were screaming, oh no, it's going to slide half the island in the ocean and the east coast of the U.S. is going to flood.
Wrong
Didn't
island.
happen. No, actually, it's not.
Jay, you want to put up Fish's comment? Last
Which
one there.
one?
Third one from the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Prayed for her the other day. Yep. So if you are the praying type, please pray. But yeah, there's several YouTube channels that were screaming that the U.S. eastern coast was going to get flooded by a tsunami. Didn't happen, folks.
Yeah, that
Sorry.
Earthquakes were in the low 3s, and then the lava wasn't a pop. It was a.
Oh, it popped its cork pretty good.
Right.
Yeah, but it wasn't a boom like Mount St. Helens.
Did you see the shockwave that came off of it? It was pretty powerful.
Right.
Yeah.
Hide the
But the
crack.
thing is, it didn't blow half the mountain off the top. It just poked a hole through its burp.
Yeah, and it was a champagne cork, not a bottle busting.
Right. And yeah, La Palma. That's where it is. Bushcraft Bear on site. Yes, I've seen it. To crack it in. Welcome. A Garden State. Trying to keep up with who all's showing up. But yeah, the world is experiencing all kinds of birth pains. Sounds familiar. Oh, wait. Mount of Olives, Olivet Discourse, Book of Revelations. Oh, did I mention Bible stuff again? Oh, how dare I? I know. Some people don't like it, and you know what? I'm sorry, not.
Hey, Obama backwoodsman.
Hey, I don't think you want that kind of tsunami in Texas. There's too many areas in Texas that are pretty flat. It wouldn't stop very early. It would keep rolling and rolling and rolling. And
It'll
well,
stop in
as long as y'all can get to the
Dallas.
high points in New Mexico, just let it roll all the way across the part of California. They need water really bad.
Oh, yeah.
And to fill up all the reservoirs and all the dams and everything else. Let it all fill up and we're good. What was that, Ginger? Well, actually, Ginger, that volcano is pretty bad. I mean, if it were to seal up again and build up enough pressure and have, say, a 6.0 or greater earthquake and half that mountain did slide down into the ocean, then there would be a great big huge tsunami that would come over and flood 90% of the East Coast. Yes, that could happen. Is it going to happen? I doubt it.
Yeah. I was watching Ben tracking that, and he was talking about it, and today some of the earthquakes picked up today, and he was commenting on it, but the flow is still going. It didn't stop.
No, actually, it actually got worse today. The flow actually got worse for a while today, so it's relieving the pressure.
Yeah, it's relieving the pressure. It didn't stop and go, oh, corks in the butt. I'm going to have a fire.
Hey, there's Bruce. Good evening, Backwoods Law. You didn't miss nothing. It's just open chat. I'm trying to be politically safe because I can't say nothing derogatory until after the 15th of November. Because I'm still on probation with YouTube. You know what? I ain't worried about Yellowstone blowing. It won't happen it won't happen in my lifetime. I know that.
Nah, probably be a gas leak. Everybody go. Everybody forgets about that. You know, there's 3 volcanoes in Central Africa. That once in a while, you have carbon dioxide, you have sulfur dioxide. What was the latest one that killed everybody in that one village? Methane. Yep. Gee, why don't they stop methane around the world?
Well, here, just when next time they find a methane pocket, just go.
Yeah, they did that to the
better
village.
Yet, went over and stick a pipe in the ground and start pumping it out.
Make use of it. Oh, wait, that would make dollars, not cents.
Right.
And if it makes dollars and not cents, they don't do it.
Right. If they did it, they'd provide electricity for the smaller villages around there. It'd be a great thing, but they won't do it because the villagers don't have any money.
Well, seeing as how you brought up the question, and I have to tiptoe on this one because I know of a channel that recently got deboot for talking about the jab. You have to be very, very careful.
Right.
You can't say anything derogatory about it. You can say all kinds of praise for it, and they won't do nothing. But I have no praise for it. You know what? I put my faith in the only one I can put faith in. That's Jesus and God above and the Holy Spirit, the triune of God. That's where my faith is. I ain't worried about what the government says. They want to come knocking on my door and say you're a dissenting person. I'm gonna say, yeah, when you're telling me to violate the Constitution, to violate my human rights, because some dictator with his tighty whities in an uproar. Oh wait, he doesn't wear tighty whities. He wears Depends. Anyway, yeah,
that's our Captain Crazy. Or you could do like Morrison in Australia, put people in what they call it? I thought relocation centers for the problem.
And those do exist, folks. There is apparently 37 of them right now. They're called wellness camps scattered across country.
And it's run by the CDC. I found the document on it.
Yep.
On the CDC website. It's there. You can find it.
Yep. They're there.
Oh, yeah.
One of them happens to be retired U.S. military air base in Michigan.
It's kind of funny. Why
they don't have to build nothing there because all they got to do is reinforce the fencing.
Yep.
Everything's already there.
Right. Why do they need gun towers if it's a wellness center? Answer me this, folks. Why you need gun towers and guards on top?
That's to protect the people on the inside from the crazy people who didn't get it on the outside. Read the documentation we shipped to you in Packet A of Form 3 of subsection 20C of paragraph 812. I lost the rest of the documents. Just go read it.
Right. And you know what we did? My family did during World War II. We're second generation Americans when that happened, and we sued the government, and we hold a grudge. It took us 60 years, but we got her. So we're going to plan suing on people.
Yeah, I thought about getting one of those backwoods, but then I'd have to add additional steps to streaming because I like using StreamYard, but I know there's a way to incorporate Stream Slabs, which is Streamlabs OBS, into StreamYard, seamless enough to where it looks just like a regular StreamYard, but have the OBS functions with it as well.
Oh, Obama Woodsman, please tell that to Hubble's cat in Canada. I keep telling people it isn't carbon dioxide because, like Obama says, it always happens. The killer of the planet is methane. I keep telling people it's toxic, it's explosive, it's heavier than air. You don't want to be in a valley where you're full of what happened to that Pennsylvania valley that went boom?
It went boom.
Yeah. You don't want to be there because there was 2 survivors and they're totally deaf. Not because of the sound wave, but from the concussions when they got slammed into the concrete wall.
Okay, don't bring up iPet Goat too. Because that actually causes certain other things to take place.
Right.
For some reason, certain groups seem to flock to that mention. And now that I've said it, we'll probably get hammered with all kinds of nasty comments later. Oh, well.
Yeah, so like I said, folks, be careful. They're monitoring you all the way from China. Ni hao for all you Mandarin bastards. That's kind of funny because, I backtrack where the money goes. And a certain organization, a 3-letter organization that protesting for people's skin color or whatever, or rights, everybody's lives, they have an office in Beijing. It's fully staffed with 240 Chinese people. I'm like, okay, why can't they do that in America? And I get all sorts of weird answers from other people. Because it's cheaper labor. I thought there were social justice warriors. Well, why don't they do social justice in China? And then all I hear is hello.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna kind of spot off on a comment here. Uncle Dan and Bama, off Australia's coast during the most recent wildfire season they had, when everybody said everything gonna die, something in the ocean that we need for us to live because it helps part of the food chain actually blossomed and bloomed like crazy. Phytoplankton. So that just boomed out of proportion. Then they didn't expect it to happen. And it's a public document. You can go find it. It's not just me spouting off some numbers or rumors.
Right.
It's true.
So please
Dave,
tell that.
Did you catch Ben's little short video last night?
Who?
Suspicious Observers.
Yes. One with all the celebrities on it.
Uh-huh. Hey, guys. Why are all the far left wingnut celebrities building bunkers and setting up retreats and stockpiling food and pew-pews and all the other fun stuff that the far right is supposed to be stockpiling?
Because they finally figured out that, hey, those people on the right side of the aisle, they're pretty smart. Maybe we should be doing it too.
Right.
Yeah, but I like the one she called her bunker. It's a wellness center.
Well, hey,
after everything goes boom.
Right.
Hey, the Kardashians. The Kardashians can call it anything they want. Look at Mr. Mrs. Jenner.
So
I don't know whether to call him a sir or her yet.
Yeah, it's all right. That's person, I guess. But anyway, folks, if all your CO2 comments, please send it to Hubble's Cat EPL Dance Party, and you can send your best CO2 dance video to Hubble's Cat.
And I'm done with Hubble's Cat.
I have fun with Hubble's Cat. I drive him nuts.
I can't. I've come to realization lately. A lot of the people I used to hang out with caused me to mentally go places I didn't want to go, to say things I didn't like saying, and I'd be mad at myself for saying them after I said it. But in the situation with those people, it just kind of rolled right out because I'm human, and that's the way I used to be a long time ago. Now I'm trying to change the way I act to a more Christian person.
To be humble.
Well, I am humble to begin with, and I'm not saying that because I'm proud. Ask anybody that knows me in person, and they'll tell you I'm a very humble person. I'm also a very giving person. I've given it to the point where I'm broke and put myself in a predicament because I gave to help somebody else out when I knew I couldn't afford it, but I did it anyway because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to help anybody out. Just reading.
Yeah. I'm catching up there too. Maybe I ought to swap places with the evil twin here.
Don't make me laugh. I'm having too much fun, folks. Like I said, what was more funny, I remember 3 years ago, I talked to a lot of people about phase 6 and everybody was laughing at me. There'll be holes all over the planet and it'll transport people to different dimensions. And they say, you're crazy. These are my friends in Hollywood. And guess what? They're going to put on NBC next week. La Brea, where people fall into these giant holes in LA and disappear into a primeval forest. Gee, I wonder where they got that idea from. I know the person, I don't care. I tell them, good luck with it. Run with it.
What actually astonishes me, and it was something I seen on Instagram, Instagank. A friend of mine up in Michigan posted it. It was a meme. Top says Emmys last week. And it shows everybody in there standing shoulder to shoulder with no masks. Because they don't do any good. Anyway, in a little picture below it, it shows a teacher putting a mask on a child with its head being jerked back. And it said, your children. Welcome.
I always said that on phase 5. They're going after your children.
Oh, my son's school don't like me now.
Yeah.
Because I got into it today with him. I mean, he has a phone that it's busted, it's cracked, it's old, it's barely capable of doing anything on the internet in the first place. Excuse me, but it's his. And he actually recorded, him and another kid were horsing around on the bus, and he recorded the video of it. That's a no-no. You can't do that. So he lost his phone for a week here at home. I took it away from him. Had nothing to do with the school. I took it away from him, and he lost it for a day at school too. So today he gets to take it back to school. I say he can use it on the bus. Well, now there's a big hoopla and uproar, and teachers or the principal calls, Mr. Moyes, Charles just can't have his phone on the bus anymore. Why? He was told to keep it in his lap and to put it in his bag when he got to school. Well, he doesn't do it. He puts it in his pocket. We just can't take it from him. Excuse me? Who in the doggone heck is the boss here? You or him? I could have swore it was the adults, but I mean, if kids are running the school today, yeah, you better start paying my child. They're not happy with me right now.
Better job. But anyway, folks.
Well, I laid into them about it though. I said, back when I was in school 40 plus years ago, yes, I'm that old. Thank you. Teachers had responsibility to teach, respect, responsibility, because we didn't have computers like we do now. I mean, I had computers because that's when I started, 1977.
The floppy generation.
And now teachers shove this computer here, go learn on here because I don't want to do it with you. I don't want to teach you. I just can't lose my mind any further with you students. Go put your face in a computer. No, doggone it, I'm sick and tired of this. Teachers need to get off their butts. And mind you, I know some teachers, I respect them highly. And part of the problem actually comes from the school boards. Oh, this is a new computer thing. Let's buy this. Let's take money away from the students and the teachers and buy these computers and make the teachers teach them with it. Well, the teachers are tired. They don't want to deal with it no more. They don't want to deal with the school board. They don't want to deal with entitled parents who have entitled children. So they just say, I'm not doing it no more. You know what? We need to go back to the 1970s for school, where in the principal's office there was a paddle that said Board of Education. That's what my school had. And I knew if I stepped out of line, me and that board would have a talk. And I usually wouldn't win the conversation. So we need to go back to that. It teaches students responsibility for their actions. It teaches them respect and teaches them discipline as far as maintaining a structure into getting work done without sitting there and blowing it off.
Twins. But like I said, folks, you should take all your kids and put them into Japanese school. We'll guarantee they learn a decent language, mathematics, engineering.
Oh,
science,
no, unfortunately, I don't agree with that. After checking out several education systems, virtually every country in the world is now teaching a version of Common Core that fits their home narrative. So unless you're teaching your child at home, which I honestly don't have the patience to do, I don't, because I don't have the material here that I want to use, and it's not acceptable in the curriculum here in Ohio, because I would rather teach the stuff that I learned about economics and stuff back when I was a kid. And yeah, I can find the old school books, but that does not pass the curriculum requirements here in the state of Ohio. So me homeschooling is probably not a good idea, because I would teach him the truth and they'd fail him. And that would make me very angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
That's why you teach them Japanese and you go whisper the answer. Honto bacanero. And then you say it in Japanese. They can't figure it out. They never speak a foreign language.
Uncle Dan, if I could move to Texas, you better believe I'd be on my way right now. Yeah, I'd be moving me further away from some friends and family, but if I could move to Texas, I would already be on my way. Because right now,
careful, Texas. Beto. Is it Beto or Bento?
It's Beto, and he's no big. He's a washed up card.
He's trying to run for governor.
And he's already tried. He's failed everything he's done. He's failed at. He's not going to win.
I'm getting all these spam. Okay. All right. I'm going to have to.
Got to restart your cam?
Yeah.
Okay. He'll be back.
I sure like Oklahoma.
Okay.
Welcome back.
I just got some. I've been getting text messages the last several days claiming to be from AT&T. We apologize for the coverage loss on September 11th. Here is a free something or other. Click this link. Delete.
Yep.
I had the same problem with my mom. I had to grab the phone from her before she was going to click it. I'm like, no.
Hey, shoot, Uncle Dan. Oh, yeah. I'd be down there collecting me all kinds of free bacon seeds.
Yep. Remember, folks, next year is 2022. And remember what happened in 1922. Everybody forgets. Nobody reads history. So I won't talk about it because it'll make
Wasn't any good because 90% of people won't listen anyway.
True. A lot of them don't understand.
Just like, it's just like I said last week. More things in Bible prophecy have happened in the last 70 years than any other time in history except for when Jesus walked the earth.
Correct.
Whether you're a Bible believing person or not, all you have, and you don't have to believe the Bible to read it. Okay. Here's a tidbit. Just read it. Read Daniel, Ezekiel, and Revelation. That's the only 3 books you got to read. And read them with an open mind and look at what's going on. And you're going to see, holy cow, that's interesting. And then if you can still get out of that after reading all that and still don't think there's a God, well, that's on you and him. That's between you and him. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Just go read those 3. That's all you got to read, those 3 books. Now, reading Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John would be a good idea too, but Daniel, Ezekiel, and Revelations. That should give you a heads up. of what's coming.
Yep.
Because it already states what's happened. So, no, that's that.
Yeah, we'll make it through 2022 because the fun stuff happens in 2022, Die Kraken.
Hey, Bruce, I wish I still had one. I had one all made up, but when I moved, he got ran over by a big truck. And the side of the big truck said you had government on it. Wasn't spelled correctly, so I don't know if it was really them or not, but you know.
I find 270 at 400 yards works wonders on coyotes.
That little puppy right there will work great on coyotes too.
True.
All right. Just let us know. And we'll make sure we get all those, everybody tuned in.
Right. The aluminum hard hats is a good idea.
I'll be
and
back
we're
in a minute.
not talking about the foil one. Because a lot of people are expecting earthquakes. I forgot. Which was the new ones? It was in Caribbean or Iceland?
Earthquakes?
I know there was a couple in Peru.
Let me go up here and pull up the last 7 days. And, okay. Australia had a 5.9.
Right. But that's part of the fire chain.
No, it's not. It's not in that part. It's off in a different part of Alaska. That's what's so weird. It's not on the fault line. We have.
Yeah. Wait, Australia or Alaska?
Australia.
Okay, I thought you said Alaska for a second. Yeah, I'm losing it.
6.4 in Chile.
Right.
Easter Island had a 5.2. Coral Islands had a 6.0. That's going up north off of from Japan.
Right. And that usually hooks up to Laodiceans, I think.
No, it hooks up to that chunk up there off the Sea of Oaxaca.
Yeah.
So all right. There's your sniper rifle, Carol. 25 millimeter.
Yep. And be careful, folks. If you don't get a good one, you end up like the guy with 3 fingers.
Yeah. And this is an Anonzo Steelworks. Theirs is good quality ones.
Yeah, just fair warning. If you've never shot one of those, make sure you take some extra bracing and padding for your shoulder. Have somebody sit on your butt, because when you fire that, you're going to move a few inches.
Yeah. Hey, gunslinger.
Hi, gunslinger. And remember, folks, only solid projectiles. Anything else is a federal crime.
Oh, you mean I can't use my Heesh rounds?
I didn't say anything.
All right, let me drop that down. Hey, Tim.
Hey, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Oh, that's just for the basic rounds. Try getting the depleted uranium ones. $500.
Good luck.
Oh, you can buy them. $500 a piece.
It depends what state you're in. California, they're totally banned.
Yeah. You just gotta have friends that at the
have the FFL
at the targeting range where they shoot those off, and they can go sneak out there afterwards where they've been shooting and pick up a whole bunch off the ground, and then turn them down to the size rifle they use.
Remember, it's depleted, not dead yet, folks.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you got to be wearing a suit and everything else, and running oil, and all the other fun stuff.
What kills you is the fumes. So better wear a respirator, not a mask. You have to breathe in your own air.
Yeah, black tips are pretty interesting.
Because if you want to see some really disgusting things, I'll show you disabled people in the country we didn't lose. Kuwait? Not Kuwait. The other
There you go,
country.
player.
Starts with I next to Iran.
If you want to see 50 cals being shot off from various manufacturers from around the world, go check out Going Ballistic. That's a YouTube channel if you didn't figure it out.
Yep. Obama, they all ban everything here. Except for Democrats.
Yep.
I like slap rounds personally.
True.
Slap rounds?
You don't know what a slap round is?
Probably
It's a 50 cal round that goes really fast.
Hyper
And it has a tendency to go through most everything.
Yep.
Not everything, but most.
Sort of like the rounds that the Orties down at Lemoore Naval Air Station made for the Navy SEALs. They took some of the depleted uranium rounds and machined them down to 30 caliber, put sabots on them, and gave them to the SEALs to fire out of their 50 cals.
Well, these aren't depleted uranium, but they are turned down. They do have sabots, and they go really fast.
Mm-hmm.
You can check them out on Going Ballistic, Kentucky Ballistics. Although, fair warning, for those who could check out Kentucky Ballistics, he did have a Serbu 50 blow up on him. No fault of the gun. It was actually the people that loaded the rounds loaded one wrong, and that's what caused it to explode. Although, you know, the bad thing backwoods, though, is if a human were to get hit with a slap round, they would not realize it initially. Very little damage to human tissue because it's moving so fast. Then they would realize they're squirting geysers in two different directions. Then they would probably fall over. But when it hits anything metal, it imparts a lot of shock. All right, take it easy shooting.
Yep. Later, Dan.
They can't. He's paying for half of it, Carol.
We have 19 watching. Please hit the like button.
Bird, please. I show 18 thumbs up, so I appreciate it, folks.
Hi,
Howie, good evening. There's another thumb right there. I can guarantee it.
Hey, Howie.
Who knows? Maybe it's they're buffering me and you all have to pay the price. Sorry.
Someone just slapped the thumbs down. Who hit the wrong button?
Hey, I don't. It's probably the person that tried swatting me. I don't care. Thank you.
Remember, folks, if we get 100 likes, that one like, dislike will go away. So call your friends and hit the like button.
Oh, I could care less if they give it a thumbs down. It just means they were here long enough to hit that button. That takes at least 30 seconds. That gives me a minute's worth of watch time.
Right.
Oh, they can't phase me out like a Star Trek plot. I don't go down that easy.
No.
I may get quiet for a minute, but I do come back.
Yeah, Ginger Ninja says it's gone now.
Yep, show's gone on my end too. Was that you, Ginger? Were you playing around?
I think it was Howie. Hit it by accident.
Yeah, that is a no-no. Cruel and unusual punishment. Violation of Geneva Convention of Warfare.
However, you got to remember one thing. It's cruel and unusual, not or. And people go, that's unusual. You can't do that. It's not cruel, so we can do it. Or that's cruel, but it's not unusual, so we can do it.
Yeah, and also violates the Nuremberg. What was it in 1946 after the trials? Was the UN things they're talking about chemical warfare? And guess what the Soviets and American did? Hey, Japanese unit 143, come over here. We'll give you anything you want.
There you go. For those who wanted a picture of a slap round, I slapped it on the screen.
Yep.
Yep.
And don't be thinking doing this in your backyard with a file. No.
No, these are loaded entirely different than a standard 50 cal round. Entirely different. Fire at the radiator block. I can't help it. It went through the windshield. 500 or plus yards. You know, they could travel up to 20 inches.
Yep. That's 642.
Yep. Is the Earth going to end at 643? I said, is the Earth going to end at 643?
Yeah.
I was just checking. I wanted to make sure I was peppered for it.
That's the same old thing. Same old day. Same old stuff. Just more funnier.
Face is going off the deep end again.
Oh, now what?
Ghouls and goblins are in. Yeah, we call them Democrats in Congress. Ghouls.
Actually, I call them demon rats because Democrats are not in office. Democrats are people on the street. Demon rats are those that have been elected and are in there for themselves.
Well, define your definition of elected.
Those that got declared by the electoral process, whether it was fake or not, into office.
Meow, 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 meow.
Exactly, Bruce. Ruled into 10 p.m. Details 11 on your local news station.
Wait. 10 p.m. I'm just starting my live stream at 10 p.m. Eastern.
Well, don't worry. Details will be at 11.
Yeah, Kraken. Yeah, I'm gonna be pushing that here in for our city too, for them to I'm gonna see about getting a term limit thing put on the ballot, so that the city council members can't be in more than 3 terms.
Right, or for a lifetime, and over, and then the daughter takes over, and the grandson takes over.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one time I think I heard of some town that the cat took over as mayor. No, it was a real cat. Meow.
Yeah. Well, all I know is that one of the guys on the city council board is so old he could be my great grandfather. And then the mayor is, I swear he's getting dementia.
Never happened. That doesn't happen. Idaho Garden Girl, good evening.
Hey. It's IGG. Oh, man.
Tonight's just a laid back, relaxed, general chit chat. Oh, I never finished my comment earlier because I had to be politically careful. It doesn't matter if you get the jab or not, to me personally. If you feel like you need to get it, then get it. If you don't. Because it's not the mark of the beast. It's not. It can't be because you're not making a choice between heaven and hell with it. And it's not going here. And it's not visible. Okay, and it's not going here. It's going up here. Big difference. Now, it is a type and shadow of what is to come because this is conditioning to get you to do what they want you to do. Heck, they even admit it. Matter of fact, down in Australia, one of the lead people down in Australia said, this is what we got to do in the New World Order.
Now we
Wow.
know
Now
who's
they're even
behind the
admitting what
New
they're
World
doing.
Order. Jawohl.
No, it ain't even going to be that. It'll be revived Roman Empire. Don't believe me? Read the Bible. It's in there.
And this time they don't have Mussolini in charge. Evil laughter.
I do believe it was backwoods.
Tasha, that was a good one.
Sounds like some fancy sports car. It's LOC.
Oh, I love it when whatchamacallit, that guy from, I forget, either Indiana or Ohio or some blue state got the first one and then got the booster and then he got
Yossi. And I'm not trying to pick at Israel because I actually, I love Israel. And because of Israel, I have a chance to go see God. But if I'm not mistaken, they're close to mandating the boosters too. Now, I could be mistaken. I'm only getting bits and pieces out of there, so I'm not 100% sure what's going on. But they're talking about mandating reoccurring boosters. So if you have any information on that you are able to share, I would appreciate it. That's because she doesn't have to pay taxes. She's in Congress.
right.
They're not taxed while in office, which is why there's certain people in Congress who are worth billions of dollars. Maybe not billions, but at least a couple hundred million.
Yep. So like I said,
hello.
if you want to go to hell, just become a congressman or a senator.
No, it doesn't mean you're going to go to hell, but
Good chance.
no, if you fall back on the proper way of doing things, being honest and committed to doing the right thing.
I'm not going to say anything. I'll laugh too hard. Okay.
T minus 12 minutes and counting. Yeah, that's it.
Hi, CB. Like I said, folks, if you're like I told everybody at 1st of September, if you haven't got your stuff, it's going to be a lot harder because people are complaining to me. I can't find anything. I told you last year and you didn't listen to me. What can I do? Well, first, stop emailing me and pray to Jesus and go away.
The Kraken, no. But because of Israel, there is a plan. Israel itself is not. Jesus is. But because of Israel, Jesus came. Remember, the church did not replace Israel. I have a little thing, but I don't think it's going to show up very well. I have to minimize and open that.
Okay, folks, I got to go. My mom's waking up from her nap. So
Yeah,
I'll see you over at Gail's.
Yeah, I got to head over there. I got a couple other people coming in, so I'm going to head over there.
Okay.
And bring them
See you in a few. Okay. This is what the prophet saw all the way to here. This is in Daniel, as you can see it. Sorry if it's not crystal clear. But down here in the valley is the church age, which is what we're living in. The church did not replace Israel, because if it did, it'd be up here. It didn't. There is a gap here that is for the church age, the time of the Gentiles to come in full. That's where we're at. Then we get this. Okay. Oh, no. Multiples. Okay, hold on. There. Stop sharing. There. It's me. Scary. Sorry. So, okay, I'm going to read because I wanted to save it toward the end because I know it's probably going to irritate 1 or 2 or 20. Yeah. From the King James Version, so it's the King's English. Hey, Dustin. 2 Timothy 3:3. Know this also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, and unholy, without natural affection, which means wanting to be with somebody of the same sex. Anywho, trucebreakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, highminded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of God, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. For of this sort which creep into the house, and lead captive silly women laden with sins, lead them away with diverse lusts, ever learning, but never being able to come to the knowledge of the truth. From such people turn away. Run from the other direction. For those people who claim, hey Emma, hey Courtney, for those people who claim to be Christians, yet do all the things that just labeled out. And you know what? Every one of us is guilty of doing 1 or 2 of those. So, it happens. But the difference is we being washed by the blood of the Lamb, having repented of our sins, do not have to face the condemnation that's coming with it. Now, if you're feeling convicted, that's the Holy Spirit convicting you of it, and you need to repent of it ASAP. In the last part, from Revelation 3:14, and unto the angel of the church of Laodiceans, tongue-tied, sorry. These things he saith the Amen, the faithful and true witness, the beginning of the creation of God. And he's speaking to the church. This is Jesus speaking. I know thy works. Thou art neither hot nor cold, or cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So then, because you are lukewarm, I'm going to change some of the words, but it means the same thing. And neither hot nor cold, I will spew thee out of my mouth. Because thou sayest, I am rich and increased with goods and have need of nothing, and knowest not that thou art wretched, miserable, poor, blind, and naked. I counsel thee to buy me of gold, tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and a white remnant, that thou mayest be clothed, and that thy shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thine eyes with salve, so that you may see. As many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. In other words, he convicts us, not condemns, convicts us of what we have done, so that we would repent. So be zealous, therefore, and repent. I just said that. So, yeah, see, I was right. I wasn't even looking at it. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and have sup with him. In other words, he'll come in and eat with us, and us with him. To him that overcometh, I will grant to sit on my throne, even as I also overcame and am sat down with my Father in his throne. He that hath ear, let him hear what the Spirit says unto the churches. So, let me catch up on chat here real quick. Very true, Tasha. Do not justify your sin by saying, I'm saved, I can go out and do it. Yep, I'm good. No, you're not. Contrary, and this is where I'm going to disagree with some Bible people. But I honestly do believe that you can lose your salvation by falling into a pit of sin, not repenting. I believe you can wear out God's patience. And the reason I say that is from one small set of verses in the Bible where it talks about, us being grafted into the house of Israel. The picture of the olive tree, not the fig tree, the olive tree. Hey, gals. We are gathered, we're grafted into Israel, the house of Israel, through the works of Jesus and the apostles. through the teachings, I should say, not the works, but the teachings. Without those teachings, we would have no knowledge of it. But it also states shortly thereafter, Paul tells us, do not be boastful, for inasmuch as he grafted you into the house of Israel, the wild branches, he can graft the natural back in and take you out. So there is a hint that you can be removed. Yes, I mean, it is a process. And we were told that. But, ouch. Yes, the Kraken, this is true. That's why we are not saved by our works. We are saved by faith and salvation alone. Okay, the earthquake in Australia was downgraded to a 5.8. No death, no injuries. Awesome. So, why may you be in trouble? I'll answer that as the last thing I do before we get out of here. If you'd rather correspond with me privately, that is also an option. For those who are getting in here late, I thank you for joining, stopping by, hitting the thumbs up. Appreciate it. We're going to be running over to Gil's live stream over at Gray Man Prepping. And somebody threw that up there a moment ago. Let me see who that was. It was Gray Man Prepping. So click the link, jump on over there. That's where we'll be here in just a minute. So head on over to Gray Man Prepping. Now, run, hurry up, split, beat it, go. We're down here. And HPC, contact me via email if you'd like. Thanks for stopping by.